when I went to the theaters to watch Harry Met Sejal, I was thoroughly disappointed. Not because of the fact that the movie was poor. I mean, it definitely was. But what I was most disappointed about was watching Imtiaz Ali not feel good about his cinema. I felt like Imtiaz Ali did not like the content that he was making to a large extent. But that changes drastically in Amar Singh Chamkila. This is a movie that is so well crafted. It is so well made that Imtiaz is probably one of the most sought after directors in cinema. But it isn't just the fact that it is so beautifully shot or beautifully undertaken or very sensitively told in terms of the content and the material that's coming out. It's also the love. You literally feel the love for cinema throughout this entire movie, right? And that's Amar Singh Chamkila. Amar Singh Chamkila is a biographical movie directed by Imtiaz Ali and has A.R. Rahman on music, has Irshad Kamil writing all the lyrics, with Diljit Dosanjh playing one of his probably best characters ever as Amar Singh Chamkila and Pariniti Chopra as Amarjot in a beautiful, beautiful set with some excellent supporting cast. And this is my thoughts about Amar Singh Chamkila. I think the movie isn't just a biography in the sense that it tries to retell the story of Amar Singh Chamkila. From the starting frame of the movie, you are immersed into the musicality of the movie. There is a rhythm, there is, like Imtiaz says, there is a sur that you need to understand for this movie. And for you to understand the sur of Amar Singh Chamkila, you need to understand the heartbeat of Amar Singh Chamkila's music as well as the accompanying music that A.R. Rahman provides. I think by the end of most of Imtiaz's interviews the movies, pre the release of Amar Singh Chamkila on Netflix, it was almost like Imtiaz was trying to tell us that there is musicality associated with this biography that is unlike most other biographies, because not just is this about a musician, but because it is about the sort of problems, the issues, the kind of social traumas and social issues that exist within society, that currently exist, as well as that existed during the 80s and the 70s when Amar Singh Chamkila was alive. I'm a South Indian and I had no idea of who Amar Singh Chamkila was, which meant that for me it was a clean slate moving into this movie. And my God, what an excellent joyride of a movie. It includes the entire life of Amar Singh Chamkila, starting from when the kind of environment he was under, the kind of life that he was exposed to, the kind of life that is very rural, very crass, very obscene as an environment for a little child. And that child in Amar Singh Chamkila never grows up because he's eternally optimistic and eternally gullible to the environment that he's under. And what he necessarily does throughout his lifetime, till his murder, was he always wants to please someone through the life stories that he has. He always wants to give to people what kind of life stories that he wants to give. It's obscenities, it's filled with really lustuous tales of how women move in society, how devars and bhabis, etc., live in Punjab. It's a very, 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 very lustful telling in terms of Imtiaz's story as well. And by the end of the movie, you're left with one very important idea, which is art does not need to be progressive. Art does not need to be anything that you want it to be. Art is not conformist. Art has to be one that always tries to push boundaries and express life stories. The difference between good art and bad art is obviously subjective, but there are certain objective metrics, which is whether this is felt, whether you can feel the bhav of this entire character, and you feel that heftily. In this movie, there's even a scene to show you the validity that progressive folk seek in movies, which is There's an outright reporter who asks Chamkila, why do you make such terrible, obscene songs? And his answer to that is simple: survival. He doesn't know anything but these stories, and that's what he can talk about, and that's what he can sing about. So I think the conversation that Amar Singh Chamkila wants us to have is a very relevant one, which is, should we censor art based on our current prevalent understanding of social norms? Or should we let art display itself and subscribers of specific art can go and subscribe to them? And I think the latter makes more sense because that way more art tends to flourish, right? By the end of the movie, there's also two things that you need to keep in mind: the music by A.R. Rahman and the vocals by Mohit Chauhan and the lyrics by Ishad Kamil. Absolute ballers, I tell you. They are in sync with each other. They have the best songs in the movie, and probably one of the best songs is Bhaja, which is so good. The incorporation of Punjabi music along with classic pop music, incredible. I think A.R. Rahman has pulled a rabbit out of the hat with regard to Amar Singh Chamkila. And finally, my thoughts to end Amar Singh Chamkila would be, it wasn't more that I was watching a biography, it was more me watching a filmmaker trying to tell us and trying to eke the conversation out of us that, listen, don't be so judgmental. Every art deserves its own space, every art deserves to be recognized, and no art deserves to be vilified, no less one that deserves someone death. And I think art can't lead to death. The immortality of art can never lead to death. And that's the conversation that Imtiaz wants us to have. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you have a great week ahead. I know we're late. We've been trying to do a lot of moving around, and that's why we've not had any videos come through. But this would probably make up for it, and a few more coming up. Thank you very much.